What's up, guys? It's Christmas Eve. It's time to make my go-to take to somebody's house dish that's always great. And I'm going to show y'all how to do it. It's like a early Christmas present. So it's time to get rolling on the shrimp and grits. We're going to start off with our Wright's bacon. We're going to go ahead and make the bacon and the shrimp. It goes on top of the grits first. I always like to get my ingredients out of the way. So we're going to file these out in the sink and we're going to start frying up some bacon. Alright, we got our second batch of bacon going. We are making a double batch of the shrimp and grits today. One thing you got to remember, very important, when you're using bacon as an ingredient, you need to make a lot more than what you're planning on using for an ingredient. Because there are literally people that will come eat the bacon just like you were just cooking them a big old pile of bacon. You're like, no, those are ingredients. Take it from me. Make extra bacon. So my least favorite part of making shrimp and grits is actually peeling the shrimp. I don't know why. It's kind of tedious. It's got to be done. So let's peel some shrimp while the bacon's cooking. I was just telling them you had to make extra bacon. Caught her live on camera. Now that we got our bacon cooked, we're gonna cook our shrimp. We're just gonna pour it straight in the bacon grease. That simple. Now we got our shrimp cooked. We're just going to put it in a little pan. If you noticed, you didn't see me put any seasoning in this. I mean, some things are just better off unseasoned. Like, how can you beat the taste of bacon? And then you got shrimp cooked in bacon. There's no sense at all in trying to fancy that up. I'm going to chop the bacon up now. We're going to mix it in with the shrimp. Then we're going to start on the main part, the grits. You're going to like this. Now it's time to start cooking grits. We've got 2 cups of grits. We're using Delta Grind. These are corn ground grits. They're not instant grits, they're not 5-minute grits. This whole process is probably going to take a good hour, hour and a half for you to cook down with. So you always want to go with some good regular grits. You got something to say? Okay. General rule of thumb is you want to use about double the amount of liquid as you do for your grits. You can come through. Are you leaving?
You want to water?
Okay.
Sorry.
This could be the one that goes viral. Now for video purposes, we're going to measure our liquids out today. We've got chicken broth. I use reduced sodium chicken broth almost all the time because it can be a little salty. So let's see how much we're going to put in. That's 1 cup. That's 2 cups. Now to double it, to double our grits, we're going to go 2 cups of water. 1 cup. Now, this is not all the liquid we're going to use, but it's just a good start. 2 to 1. Simple. Now we're going to turn the oven on and we're going to start boiling that water. I'll go ahead and turn the oven on pretty high right now. Along with the water boiling, we're going to stick an entire stick of butter in our water. Make some good old buttery water. There we go, guys. Now we've got our water to a pretty hard boil. We're going to go ahead and turn it down about medium. 5 or 6 on a regular stove. We're going to go ahead and put our 2 cups of grits in there. Now this is a critical time. This is where you can make or break this dish. We're going to stir it a lot. We're going to let that come back to just a little bit of a boil. We're going to start turning our temperature of our eye down. So now I've gone down to about 3. And we're going to stir. Keep our grits sticking on the bottom. I'll work on stirring that up. We'll be back in a minute. We've turned the oven down just a little bit more. We've just got a really good simmer going here. And we're constantly stirring. But this may be a good time to talk about the shrimp and the bacon that we cooked. Because that's what we're going to put on top of our grits when we serve it. So we got it cooked. I've got it right here. Can you see that a little bit? That's what it looks like. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. So I'm taking 1 batch with me to a party tonight. So I'll take some of those shrimp and bacon, about half of it. And I'll put it in like a little plastic container. And when it's time to serve, I'll just pop that plastic container in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Just get it warm enough to eat. Pour it right on top of them grits. Save about half of them for tomorrow, and we'll be good. So let's keep on stirring. That's kind of what we got going now. You'll see a little bubble pop up every now and then. Go ahead and put a lid on there. We're going to keep on cooking. Now this is about the stage that I like to start adding seasonings. We cooked the grits down a little bit, got a little bit soft. We're going to go with our seasonings now. Oh, we got a brand new can. We got some Tony's Chachere's. This is going to be our heat and pretty much our salt. I would say we're about a half teaspoon. You can ignore the background noise. But it's time to add our garlic. And we'll say we're going with about a teaspoon of garlic. We'll stir that up.
No, don't stir it up yet. Magdalene, get in here.
So I live with. And we got a couple of dashes of pepper.
It's badass, dude.
Oh, to come in?
Just now.
Really?
Look at
Holy
it.
crap, that's cool. Now we're going to add about a half a cup more water. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, let's just go with the whole cup. Now we're back to letting it simmer. And we'll probably simmer for about 30-45 minutes. At this point, we're about an hour into cooking. We've got it cooked down. It's got a nice creamy texture. We're going to start adding our cheese. But before that, we're going to do a little taste test. Let's see what we got going. I can definitely taste the garlic. I'm going to add just a tad bit more Tony's at this point. Probably about a half teaspoon. Now at this point, when you taste it, you're going to feel like it needs some more salt. But you got to remember, a lot of our ingredients have salt in it. We don't want to oversalt it because you can totally ruin this dish. Put a little more Tony's in there. It's got salt. We're going to add half a block cream cheese. Bloop. Now we're going to add some Velveeta. Velveeta also is quite salty. So we're kind of holding back on our salt right now. I'm going to say we're going to put about a quarter of a large piece of Velveeta in there. Don't want to go crazy with the Velveeta. You want it to be cheesy, but you don't want to overpower it with the cheese. Now let's stir this up real good. Then we'll melt down that cheese and do another taste test. Guys, we're just about there. Let's see what this tastes like now after we added that cheese. That's on point. It's nice and creamy. It also has a little texture, that grit texture. I like it. It's just that's about as good as I can cook it. So what we're gonna do now is I've got a greased baking sheet or baking pan. Because we're gonna take one batch with us tonight to a party. So I'll put it in the greased baking pan. We'll sprinkle a little cheese on top of it. Got a little Colby Monterey Jack. Not a lot, just a light sprinkle. I'll show you. And then basically, I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 30 minutes on 350. That way, when I carry it to my party, it'll be nice and warm. Nobody has to put it in their oven while they're in the middle cooking everything else. So let's get this poured up in the pan real quick. Put our little bit of cheese on top. I'm just gonna let it sit here until it's time to put it in the oven. So guys, that is a go-to win every time dish. You can take anywhere with you. You can impress the heck out of people with it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Uncle Ron wants to wish everybody Merry Christmas. I love you guys.